What's going on, guys? Julian Sisman here from Prepare for Performance. Today we're going to talk about 10 effective ways to boost your metabolism after 40. Again, let me introduce myself quickly. My name is Julian Sisman. As I said before, I'm the owner of Prepare for Performance outside of DC. We help busy parents get strong, lose weight, build confidence, and really change their lifestyle and focus on, building habits that will help change their body composition, longevity. My personal background is I'm on the final stages of finishing my PhD in human and sports performance. I've been doing athletics, sports performance, adult fitness for almost a decade now, and I want to take my knowledge and provide it to you guys. So again, like I said, we're going to talk about how to boost your metabolism. Not that it decreases significantly until about probably between 55 and 60, but it can go down quick or decline quick if you start to lose muscle mass. So one thing we're going to talk about today is 10 ways or tips that I think are the most effective to help you maintain your metabolism, help you increase it, so you're constantly burning fat, losing fat, building muscle, and look great. So the first one I'm going to talk about today is eating protein. Protein is super important for building muscle. Also, it has a high thermo effect of food. So when you eat protein, you burn calories higher than most carbs and fat. So you are going to burn a lot more calories that way as well. But also, just in general, protein is super important for so many things, from growth of muscle to repairing a muscle to just overall needing a certain amount to just maintain your current muscle mass. So when I talk about protein, I personally believe that you need about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So keep it simple for numbers. If someone is 150 pounds, 150 grams of protein is probably ideal. And that is, if you've never seen any videos or talks that I've given about protein before, that is super important to make sure you get that same amount every single day so that you are in an anabolic state versus a catabolic state where you're under eating protein and you're not building muscle, repairing, and constantly improving body composition. Some great protein options are really any sort of meat, so beef, chicken, pork. When it comes to eggs, whey protein, there are certain bars that I recommend. I'll put those in the description below that are very high in protein and low in other macronutrients like fat and carbs. When it comes to vegan or vegetarian, I recommend that you try to supplement with some form of protein powder to make sure that you're getting enough on a regular basis. The next one we're going to talk about is making sure that you drink enough water. Water is super important for when you have a lot of protein. It helps, kind of move things in your body, but also suppresses your eating. So you're going to eat less food when you're hydrated, but just being hydrated is super important in general. I read stuff I mean, really, I think you should just drink water when you feel thirsty, or if your urine is a certain tint of yellow or really dark. So just drink when you're thirsty, make sure you're hydrating. If you have a very intense workout, make sure you're replacing with your electrolytes like sodium, potassium, magnesium, all this kind of stuff. The next one is going to be a little combination of tips 3 and 4. They can kind of go together, but I'll just separate them for now. So make sure you do HIIT workouts like once a week or twice a week. So those are high intensity. They can be anything that requires your heart rate to get up extremely high. It's super important that your heart rate gets up as you age. I mean, hopefully when you're younger, you probably know what it feels like, but as you age, the intensity should stay or be near where you were or are. I highly recommend you using a heart rate monitor when you're exercising, one that has a strap. It's super easy to buy and easy to connect to your phone to see how high where your heart rate is. We talk about blue zone, all that kind of stuff, but no one really talks about, like, it's super important that your heart gets up into the red zone at least 1 minute to 2 minutes a week. It's good for the body. It's good for the heart to get those high intensity, intervals. There's so many different ways you can do HIIT, but I would only spend about 1 or 2 days on it a week. Next is making sure that you are resistance training. So I personally think resistance training is probably the best way to increase your metabolism plus eat protein. Those are probably like the 2 combinations that you need to. Resistance training will, obviously we know, break muscle down. You eat protein, builds it back up. The more muscle you have, your metabolism will increase because you are burning more food, and you need more, technically you need more food to maintain that muscle mass. But you also need more carbs to maintain that so that you have enough energy getting to that muscle. I mean, I wouldn't say you need more fat, but you should consume fat. You should not consume fat. But your protein intake will increase potentially, or your carbs will increase potentially. I wouldn't worry too much about the scale. I would worry more about composition. So more muscle, less fat. Super important. Next one, getting enough sleep. Recommend at least 6 to 8 hours a night. Sleep is where the body is going to regenerate itself. It's going to do all the processes it needs to do to kind of wash the brain out. Getting your rest, getting quality sleep, cold room, going to bed at the same time every evening, spending time to wind down. So getting away from, your phone, your TV, all that kind of stuff. Maybe read a book. And it's a good way to help with, just regenerating your body and helping you recover so that you are building muscle. That's when you are building muscle. It's not when you're working out. It's when you are resting and recovering so that the next workout you can crush it. Next one is making sure you're eating enough fiber. Fiber is super important. This will help you stay full. Different types of greens, different types of potatoes, all that kind of stuff is super important. All those will help you, make sure that you are getting enough fiber. They say, I think, anywhere between 25 grams a day for women and a little bit more, 30, 35 for men. Another super important one is making sure that you don't have to drink coffee, but if you don't like coffee, then you can probably drink tea. If you like tea, they show that coffee can actually increase your metabolism when you're drinking it by like a decent percentage. It's not the coffee, it's more like the caffeine. I would say it's probably like 5 to 8%. But what I would recommend, so you are not just consuming a bunch of calories, I would just probably say, like, drink it black. I know it's kind of mundane and doesn't taste good, or just like a little splash of milk is probably fine. Next one is move throughout the day. I know we have come to live in a very sedentary lifestyle, and we sit behind a desk and we get consumed by our work. But I believe that getting up and moving every 45 minutes is super important. If that's just moving in your office or stepping outside, walk around the block, come back in, 30 minutes, boom, in and out. You get your steps in. There was some recent research that came out that they say the best number for steps a day is 8,800, so 8,800 steps. But I recommend if you can get anywhere between 6,000 to 8,000 steps a day, gonna help you stay lean, keep moving, and you'll feel a lot better. I talked about sleep, but I think active rest days where you're not lifting, not doing some sort of exercise, and I call these active recovery days. So this could be hiking, could be just going out for a walk, could be you go to your gym and you just do some mobility work, you do some foam rolling, just active movement just to get your body moving. Those are great days. You'll feel a lot better. I actually read a paper recently that talked about after doing a leg day, the best way to recover better, so you can come back a day or two later, is active movement. So walking, stuff like that. I know I talked about movement more, but active rest days are good, not just laying on the couch. You can do that, that's great, but I highly recommend just maybe a 5-10 minute mobility stretch. Active recovery day is great. And then the last one, I think this is a great one. There has been a lot of studies that talk about this, and that's taking a walk, and it doesn't have to be a hour, 30, 20-minute walk after eating a meal. So that could be just you going for a walk in the evening right before you go to bed. It's actually good. It'll kind of help you get away from your computer, your TV, help you wind down a little bit, and it will keep the blood sugar levels, maintain your blood sugar levels, so you're not spiking, and you'll actually digest the food better just after not sitting in front of the couch or sitting on the couch and doing nothing. So these are my 10 tips. If you find this stuff helpful, effective for you, please comment below. If you are interested in working with me and my team on either in person in the DC area, or we also offer online training, please click the link below to set up a consult with us. We'd be happy to help you out. We're looking forward to hearing you, and we're looking forward to providing you with more content. So peace, have a good day.